I'm tired.
I'd rather keep it real with ya.
Are y'all tired? I'm tired. Well, I know that the videos, well, to some of you, the videos are interesting, which is good, and intriguing, and you're following along, and the stories and stuff. And I don't have a lot of sunlight today. I don't know what's going on with the sun, but it's natural lighting that I use, so it's whatever. Um, First of all, new hair. Hope you guys like that. But yeah, I'm just so tired, and it was frustrating. And I'll give you updates on work in a minute, but or in another video. I don't know. But it's just like the amount of shit you have to do to be a functioning adult is mind-boggling. Like really. And honestly, I understand there are some things that I deal with that other people don't have to deal with, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm dealing with. Okay, I don't even know where to start. So, to be a functioning adult, one, you have to have a job. You have to have a job that pays you enough to live anywhere, really, by yourself. A lot of people don't even have that. A lot of people have to live either with other people or they have to stay with their parents. I don't have those luxuries. I have to live alone. Um, it also means food. Okay, so at some point, we're all supposed to become nutritionists, dietitians. We're all supposed to understand all of the intricacies of the food and the chemicals in the food and what organic labels really mean and what does everything on the fucking ingredient box really mean. You know what I mean? Like you're a kid looking at this stuff like whatever, expecting that at some point when you're older, everything on the ingredients list is gonna make sense. And then then you become an adult and you realize that no one's paying attention. Now, if you have a good metabolism and a healthy background, if your parents set you up for success by having you exercise and eat vegetables as a kid, you probably won't be bothered that much by the nonsense. But if you're someone like me, whose body likes to fight her at every single turn, you have to now become a fucking dietitian. You have to know what antioxidants mean. You have to know what alkalines mean. You have to know what nightshade vegetables are. You have to know every single thing that causes an allergy in people. You have to know what foods attack your hormones. The fuck? You have to know what labels to trust because the FDA ain't trustworthy. You know what I mean? You have to be this magical raw vegan chef who knows how to prepare every type of vegetable, fruit, fish that is out there in a way that is healthy and is going to contribute to a balanced gut microbiome. You know what I mean? Like this stuff makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense that I have to know all of this stuff. I have to know what foods do to my liver. I have to know what foods do to my kidneys. I have to get blood work done every year. I have to get pap smears every year to constantly screen for cancers and other diseases. And I have to check for infections. I have to get allergy testing to see, well, maybe I wasn't allergic last year, but I might be allergic this year. So I got to get another test done because your body just randomly becomes allergic to shit that you weren't allergic to before. And if you grew up with a family like mine that eats crap all the time, you will have all these different issues that are just a result of the fact that you grew up eating a standard American diet, or in my case, a standard Southern American diet. Southern American, American Southern? I don't know. Anyway, like now I have to deal with the after effects of eating a diet as young as the age of what, 1, 2 years old, that contributes to things like heart disease and diabetes and certain types of cancers. Like, you have to be thinking about the metals in your fish. Why is there metal in the fish? Why do I have to know what toxins are? Now it's like, I even try to like follow actual doctors online, but just for them to get a following, they have to become influencers. So I'm following a doctor trying to learn about these healthy ways to eat and live my life, and all I'm seeing is videos of them going on vacations in Colombia because they got money. And they're social media influencers now, so they don't have to be in the fucking doctor's office. So then I have to look through all of that. And it's so frustrating because I just need somebody to fucking tell me, what should I be eating? What should I be eating? What should I not be eating? What is happening to my body when I eat XYZ? Why am I so bloated all the fucking time? What is the difference between this fat and that fat? You know what I mean? What are good toxins? What are bad toxins? What part of the toxic discourse is just bullshit anyway that people are making up online? I don't know. Do y'all know? Cuz I don't know. Um I have to be a cook. I have to be in the kitchen with organic raw fruits and vegetables, chopping every fucking day, buying them from farmers markets, because if you buy them from the grocery stores, they're going to be covered in pesticides and herbicides and all types of shit. And you buy them there and the shit go bad fast, so you got to cook it fast. But then you also have to meal prep for the week so that you have food to eat while you're busy working your full-time job, working 40, 50, 60, 80 hours a week to pay your bills, so you don't have time to cook every meal. You have to meal prep and hope that the shit that you meal prep doesn't go bad by the time you get to the fifth day. Make it make sense. I have to be my own doctor when understanding the issues with my body, because every time I go to a new doctor, it's some bullshit. I understand my weight's a problem. I don't like it either. But you can't say that you're not going to treat me for an issue because I'm fat. You have to still treat me. Now I have to understand the fat phobia and doctors' biases. And then I also have to understand how some doctors are just racist and don't believe you when you say you're in pain. I can't go to the emergency room because that's just going to be some bullshit, a waste of time and a lot of money. I'm over here fucking eating baking soda to stay out the ER because I don't know what's wrong with my body. But at least if I drink this baking soda water, it will go away for the time being, and I don't have to go to the emergency room or collapse and pass out on the floor because no one lives with me. So who the fuck's gonna call the ambulance? Not my cats. You know what I mean? Like, it makes no fucking sense. You have to work a job where they discourage you from taking vacation. You have to work a job where the people who created these companies are toxic micromanagers who want to squeeze every little piece out of you that is possible. They want you to work on weekends because that's more money in their pocket. You're just a number to them. They don't give a fuck. And they're going to constantly promote the people who are going to kiss their ass and do what they say without questioning them. You got to work for those people. You know what I mean? You have to have boundaries and work life balance in companies where that's highly discouraged, and you will not be getting any type of raise or promotion if you tell them that you won't be answering your phone on your time off. You know what I mean? Like, and also somebody had to teach you what boundaries were. So now I have to become a therapist. I have to understand generational trauma. I have to understand how CPTSD and PTSD affects my mental and my physical. I got to go read The Body Keeps the Score, which is hella triggering. I have to learn about therapist biases against people of different backgrounds and races. I have to literally understand everything about myself and my mental health. And then I have to understand everything about the mental health of the people around me so that I can properly deal with them without becoming triggered or activated or having my amygdala firing because somebody done said some shit that reminded me of something my mom said. And now I'm all upset and I'm out of character and everybody thinks that I'm a terrible person now. I have to know all of that. I have to become a chemist. I have to understand how different medications interact with each other within your body, because I'd be damned if a doctor tells me. The doctors would just give you shit. They don't give a fuck. You know, the medication that I gave you interacted with another medication and now you have diabetes. Here's some diabetic medication. And that even comes back to the FDA stuff and the corruption there. I can't even trust my doctors to tell me what's the best way to go for something because they just want to get paid. I would say of all the colonoscopies I've had, the expensive colonoscopies that I've had that got me in medical debt, Only one of them was necessary to rule out other issues. Once that one was done, I didn't need any more. But every new gastroenterologist I went to wanted a colonoscopy because I mean, oh, well, that other guy looked up there, but I didn't look up there. So let me look up there. You know what I mean? And now I'm in medical debt. I have to become I don't even know what you would call it, but the people who understand how much something should cost on insurance. Like I have to know how to deal with insurance companies and hospitals and know my legal rights. I have to be a lawyer now and be able to read all of the paperwork they give me saying if we kill you, don't sue us. Oh yeah, sure, sign on the dotted line, I guess. That makes no fucking sense. I have to understand what all of that stuff means so that every time I go to the doctor, whatever I sign, I know exactly what it means and I know what I cannot sign and what I can say, no, I won't submit to this. Or be willing to walk away from whatever doctor's appointment I took time out of my schedule with work to come do because they say, we won't even treat you if you don't sign these papers and give us money. So, in all of that, I have to be a lawyer. I have to be a doctor. I have to be a chemist. I have to be a therapist. Probably got to be a psychiatrist at a certain point as well. Like, I have to be a nutrition scientist. I have to understand all of the different molecules that make up the different foods we eat. I have to understand what's happening in my body on a molecular level to understand what I should be putting into it. Because they'll take your money real quick about these intolerance tests. So, oh, we'll just test your hair and we'll tell you everything that makes you sick. And it don't fucking work. It don't. I gotta be a fucking phlebotomist. I gotta go to the doctor and tell the doctor what veins that they should be taking blood out of. Because if they try to take blood on their own, they're gonna end up sticking me 6 times before they give up. So now I have to learn about that shit to know which of my veins is gonna be the vein that's gonna give them money, that's gonna give them blood. And then I have to look at what type of needles that they can use. I need to know what type of needles that the doctor has in their arsenal to tell them, oh, I need the butterfly needle. It's so fucking stupid. you know, I have to be an investor because the 401ks and the Roth IRAs and the stock market and the Wall Street bets and the game stocks and all of this bullshit because the government is not setting me up for retirement. So now I have to understand how the stock market works so that I can buy and sell and trade and all of this shit and get dividends so that I can set myself up for retirement. Because who the fuck else is going to do it? I have to become an employment lawyer. I have to know employment law. I have to be my own human resources advocate because even though I work in human resources, other human resources people will fuck you over in the most legal way possible because they can. So I have to know employment law. I have to know my rights. I have to know about the laws about discussing your wage. I have to know about what's illegal harassment and what's legal because apparently a toxic work environment isn't illegal. Ain't shit you can do about being mistreated. They have to directly say, "Hey Minu, I'm mistreating you because you're black. I'm mistreating you because you're a woman." Oh, thanks. Now I can sue. But even if you do sue, it can go on your record to where other companies can see that you sued a past employer. And while they won't say that's why they didn't hire you, they can very much use that as a reason not to hire you. And you'll never fucking know because they don't tell you this stuff. No one tells you this. You have to understand what unions are and how to form one if you can, because a lot of companies are just like, no. You have to understand that a lot of states that you work in are at will states, meaning your employer doesn't have to say they're firing you because you're some kind of protected class. They could just fire you because they don't like your face, and you literally have no legal recourse for that. I'm exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted. I have to be, like I said, I have to be a doctor. I have to be a lawyer. I have to be a lawyer that specializes in employment law. I also have to be a lawyer that specializes in renters' rights because I know a lot of people who get screwed over by their landlords because they don't know those rights. You have to understand law in order to read all the legal shit. You got to be a medical lawyer. So you got to be three types of different lawyers in addition to just being a lawyer. You got to be three types. Then you have to know your rights as far as when it comes to the criminal justice system. Because police will pull you over, tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you to give you that ticket or lock you up. So you have to be that type of lawyer. Four types of lawyers: a doctor, a therapist, a psychiatrist, a nutritionist, a food scientist, because being a nutritionist ain't enough, a chef, because you have to know how to cook everything and you have to know all of the fucking spices to cook something, to make something taste like something. Unless you just want to sit there and eat a raw cucumber and that's your dinner. I don't fucking know. On top of all that, I got to be a human resources advocate for myself. I have to know employment law. I have to understand health insurance, or I guess an insurance broker would be the name of that. Have to understand health insurance because the people at your benefits department in your company not gonna tell you shit. They're gonna lie to you. They're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this plan will work out so well for you because X, Y, Z," and it sucks. It sucks. And if you can't get on the insurance that your company provides, you have to shop around and figure out the private and public insurance options that are also trash because everything is deductible first. Ain't a damn plan out there that doesn't cost an arm and a leg that will pay for your health insurance until you give them three, four, five, six, seven, $8,000, and then they'll start to pay shit. Why? I have to be a a personal trainer for myself. I have to understand how to work out. You know how they tell you just work out, just work out. What type of workout? Then you try to do a workout, they're like, ah, not that workout. That workout broke your knees. Do another workout. Oh, not that workout. That workout only works for people with this type of metabolism. You have to do another workout. Then you do this workout. Oh, not that workout. That workout hurts your back. Then they say, well, just walk. Walk. You got to get 10,000 steps a day, right? What if you live somewhere where it's not safe to just walk? Now you got to become a firearms expert so that you can carry a gun on you when you're trying to do your fucking exercise and meditate and walk to clear your mind and help your body, but also worrying about the fact that someone might try to rob you or just stab you because they just feel like violence that day. And you have to have your gun on you for protection. Yeah, that's a real relaxing walk to go on. And then if you don't want to work out by walking, then you're gonna have to pay to go to the gym. You don't want to go to the gym because you're worried about people looking at you. So then you have to build your own gym in the house. And guess what? That gym don't get used because you're busy doing other stuff. You're busy going to work and you're busy trying to figure out how to fuck which gonna cook for the night. And you're busy trying to figure out which meds you should be taking and which meds you shouldn't. You got to figure out how you're gonna manage these doctor's appointments that you need around your work schedule because you know they hate it anytime you have to take off or leave for a little bit. You spend your entire day, like every single day, there is things, there's a whole list of shit that I should be doing every day that I'm not. I have to be I have to be lifting weights now because apparently once you hit 25 as a woman, you have to lift weights and do weight training because cardio doesn't work on your body anymore. Didn't fucking know that. Um you have to be doing that. You have to be doing hobbies, in addition to everything else you're doing, you have to figure out a fucking hobby to do that can make you relax, but really you'll just stress out about it because it just becomes another thing that you have to do on the list of all the fucking things you have to do. And then you have to make sure that every meal you're eating has all the right macros. Can't just eat McDonald's chicken nuggets. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, in addition to all of that, you have to make sure that you're doing a great job at work and you're navigating office politics and making sure that you're protecting yourself from a legal standpoint and doing a great job and hoping that they'll give you more money so maybe you can afford to take a trip. But oh, hold on, before you take that trip, now you have to become a travel specialist. You have to figure out what sites, what hotels, what airlines give you the best rates for the best amount of benefits because they will never tell you up front. They'll just be like, oh, it's cheap to fly with us. And then you get there and it costs even more money to do what you're trying to do. Then you have to figure out if something happens to you, can you cancel that flight? If something happens to you, can you cancel that hotel? It costs so much money to travel right now. I don't understand what the fuck I'm looking at on social media where all the people my age are traveling. All the people older than me are like, travel now before it's too late. Bitch, you know how much it costs to fly? So then on top of that, I have to one find someone to cat sit slash house sit in order to travel. Two, I have to go somewhere where it's going to be $200-300 a night at a hotel, or I can risk it on an Airbnb where the person might not actually leave the key where they said it is, and you're just stranded because they suddenly stop answering the phone, and now you're just randomly in another state. But you could do that for a cheaper price. And then on top of all of that, you pay a lot of money for the flight. You might get there and they say, you'll fly tomorrow. It literally, just to take a 1 week trip somewhere as one person, could cost you over $1,000 in America. And that's domestic. That's not me going to another country. God forbid. It is fucking ridiculous. And the only way I can imagine how these people are posting all these trips to them. Oh, we in California, y'all, on the beach, whatever. Oh, we're in Colombia. Oh, we're in Japan. Oh, we're in all these other places. The only way I can think of that is these people have no job and they either have a spouse or a parent who is paying their bills and watching their cats while they're at home. That's it. That's the only way I can think of this. Because I cannot comprehend the fact that you could be a functioning adult, meaning you do all the exercise you're supposed to do, you're getting the 8, 9 hours of sleep you're supposed to get, you're working a job that gives you enough money to save money after you pay your bills. And then on top of all of that, you are cooking constantly healthy meals to make sure that you are staying healthy physically. And even then, you still might have to take a bunch of supplements to ensure that you're getting all of your nutrients in your body for your mental and physical health. Keeping track of whatever the fuck you got going on in that area in terms of like medication for anxiety, depression, or whatever, so you're a functioning person. And then somehow have the time and the energy to take vacation from your job for a week. Now, remember, a lot of companies only give you like 2 weeks if they're not on that unlimited PTO BS. And remember, unlimited PTO is really just them making sure they don't have to pay you out anything you've accrued at the time of working with them. But take a week off from your job once or twice a year to go traveling, to spend over $1,000, $2,000 to travel to wherever you want and stay there for that period of time, and to have the best time and take all these pictures to post on social media for everybody and make all these memories. You mean to tell me you're able to do all of that? Not even counting someone like me who has chronic health conditions that they're constantly fighting against and trying to heal from or fix or address. Or, if I eat the wrong thing on a trip, that's just it. My whole trip is fucked up now and I've wasted my money. I'm not even talking about people like me who have a million things stacked up against her. I'm just talking about somebody who has a reasonable mental health record, who is able to, in this country, in America, do everything you're supposed to do as an adult to keep yourself mentally, physically healthy and happy. How? How are you doing it? Because in my mind, in order to do all of this, you got to give up some stuff. And I don't know what they're giving up or what they're shifting around. I don't know what their time management looks like. I don't know what the calendar looks like. I'm just utterly, utterly confused. And I'm tired. I'm tired. And I'm not even doing all the stuff I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm fucking exhausted trying to be a functioning adult with no other support. How are we supposed to live like this? And don't give me no bullshit about, oh, be your own boss, open a business. I'm not doing that. I'm going to be in a worse situation than I am now. How are we doing this as normal people? Because over here, I don't even have any words. Okay. That's all I wanted to talk about. I'm so tired. And I said I'll have to make another video. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. I know it's hard. It's so much. At the minimum, I forgot about my allergies. Also, allergic to fucking everything. Um, which makes adds another level to everything. But Take care of yourself because you deserve it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.